Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us. After a wild, raucous debate like last Wednesday night's Democratic presidential debate, what does Greater Boston demand with one united voice? We want to hear from Keller's body language expert, and that's exactly what's going to happen this morning. Say hello to Don Khoury.
Thanks for having me, John.
Don, it's always great to see you. 10 years we've been doing this.
10 years, I know.
And we really appreciate your insight for those who are seeing you for the first time.
Sure.
What makes you a body language expert, and how do you do what you do?
So what I do is I score television debates on a 40-point scale, and I'm able to predict who is going to perhaps win the election. And as you know, I've got quite a high success rate. But it's measuring what independent voters are looking for, not people who are necessarily in each candidate's base.
So these are more casual voters who, oh yeah, there's a debate on, let me tune in and see what's going on. Right. The impressions they get from the body language.
Right,
of the
and they're not necessarily the people who have the signs on their lawns.
Right, the activists or the political junkies.
Right.
All right, well, let's get right into it. Let's start off with some video of Bernie Sanders, who took his fair share of heat Wednesday night. And Don, you've always spoken highly of Bernie Sanders, and yet he violates a lot of your rules. His hands are up high. He's sharp gestures. What gives?
He's just so transparent. He's just so transparent, believes what he's saying, and that takes care of a lot of the violations he's making.
So another candidate who had his hands up, is pointing like that, would suffer from it, but he doesn't.
Usually, right, absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, but his transparency far outweighs it.
You said back in 2016 that you thought he would have been the best Democratic nominee to match Trump's body language.
Right. Between him and Hillary Clinton.
Do you still feel that way?
I still think he's got a very good shot if he gets the nomination.
Just based on
how he matches up against the president.
Okay, well, the big story Wednesday night was Michael Bloomberg's first debate appearance. Here's a segment where Elizabeth Warren, one of many times where she went after him. What did you observe about Mayor Bloomberg?
Oh, I mean, I just can't believe how unprepared he was. I mean, he appeared unprepared and didn't know what he was doing up there.
What's his body language saying?
Well, I mean, he's trying to mask right now, but then you see when she starts to attack him, he's moving back and forth. He's trying to get away.
Rocking.
Right, he's trying to get away from from the attack, and he doesn't really want to own it.
And then at one point, I think you're going to see it coming up here in a second, he kind of grips the rostrum. What does that show?
Well, I mean, I think he's holding on for dear life. But the bigger thing is when he is interlocking his fingers, which shows a level of frustration.
So he's anxious, he's annoyed, not good.
Yeah, and he's trying to mask the emotion in his face, but the rest of his body gives it away.
Now, what about Elizabeth Warren's body language?
I find her language to be just too rapid and jerky.
You mean like the head motions?
The head movement, the hair movement.
The hands come up.
Right, yeah. So I find that, people don't like that because it denotes, whether she is or not, a certain lack of emotional control.
Okay, so rapid movement.
Right.
Except with Bernie.
Except with Bernie, it's different.
He gets a pass.
He gets a pass. Because he doesn't lie about anything. He's just so transparent.
Is this a sexist thing, that a woman can't get away with it, but a man can?
I don't think so, because if Nancy Pelosi was up there, she'd kill them all.
Well, okay, all right, maybe literally.
Yeah.
All right, Pete Buttigieg.
Yes.
Let's take a little look at Mayor Pete and his body language, and you give him high marks. Why?
He's just so even-keeled. I mean, he doesn't, his vocal pitch and tone doesn't go up or down. He's just, there's a sense of emotional control, and he really does a great job. I think that's why he's so popular.
Even here, where he's strafing Sanders. Yeah. And you see Sanders becoming agitated, licking his lips and so forth. But Mayor Pete never varies.
No, he doesn't vary. He's very well healed.
Wow, that's amazing.